Man United 6, Roma 2. I thought it'd be 1-1. At halftime, I was thinking, I don't even think we're going to come back. The semi-final mentality's kicked in again. I had a feeling was going to bottle it. And you know what? Second half, the players went, nah, not this time.
The second half, I don't know what happened to us. Well, I'll tell you what happened to us. Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and Edison Cavani happened to us.
Yeah.
But honestly, the first half, we were creating quite a few chances because, to be fair, even though when Roma did get in, they looked dangerous. I think they only had like 2 shots on targets, and them shots were the ones that went in. But in the first half, our final pass was a little bit off. But in the second half, oh my God, every ball that was getting played in was just ridiculous. The thing is about Cavani, Pogba and Bruno is the world-class footballers with that kind of ability. Them 3 players, when they're on form playing together, that's why we ended up winning like we did today, because there's just no stopping them when they're on that kind of form. Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Edison Cavani, that's where it stops there. That is why we won today. And yeah, there was other good plays as well. I thought Shaw played well second half. I thought the back 4 did okay. I think it was very sloppy on the second goal. And to be fair, I still think there's problems in that side that need addressing. But please get Paul Pogba signed up to another contract. Get Bruno signed up again. And do you know what? It was clear today that we can see why Ollie probably does want a striker if Cavani leaves, because the way he played that number 9 role today was one of the best centre-forward performances I've seen in a very long time. And this is a 34-year-old player that's outplaying half of the youngsters with the energy that he's showing. He was just incredible today.
Yeah, he was. Cavani was unreal. I mean, assists, finishing.
That ball for the first goal to Bruno. And the one to go into Greenwood as well.
Yeah,
it was mad. The way he can put them assists in as well as his finish on that second goal, that was really, really important as well to get us kind of into that lead and get us playing the way we were, get the positive mindset back in. He was the difference today, and it really showed what that winning elite mentality and top players can do on the big stage, which is what we were missing in all these semi-finals previously.
Is this making you, with what you're seeing, how we can link up with Bruno and Pogba, is this changing, if at all, your opinion on should we keep him? Like, I know the stuff with the injuries and stuff, but when you see him play like this and you're thinking, another year of that, I'll take that. Are you thinking that, or are you still like, the injuries and stuff, if he has to go, he has to go? Or are you like, nah, we need to keep this guy at all costs?
To be fair, I've said most way through the season, I'd want to keep him, especially if we're not planning to go for anybody else up front. I think he's the best striker we've got. And if he keeps putting in performances like that, despite his age, he's playing better than half the centre forwards that I know, even though he's 5 years older than all of them. It doesn't matter about age when you're playing that quality. So what if he needs a rest every few games? You want to keep a player like that, because if your only options are Martial, Rashford and Greenwood, none of them are at that top level yet. Whether Greenwood can get there, I'm not sure. But as they were just saying on Sky Sports, all of them strikers are more interchangeable strikers, aren't they? They can play on the wings, they can play up front. But Cavani is that number 9 that you need. He holds the ball up so well. His decision making is great. Even on that goal where he manages to, when the keeper palms it out and he puts it in the back of the net, he's one of the only players that's going to be lurking there because he's got them instincts. He's just so mature in the way he plays that 1,000,000% I want him to sign on for another year, especially if we're not going to be going for another striker, because I think he's only going to help players like Mason, Rashford, Martial. He's only going to make them players improve because he's just so knowledgeable at that role. And plus, you've got a world-class centre-forward that you can use in games like this, because he was a massive difference today, along with Pogba and Bruno.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Bruno. What a goal in the first 5 minutes. A great ball for Paul Pogba's header. Brilliant. Another penalty.
As well. He's just like...
Yeah, simple. Again, Bruno in his element, especially when he plays with the better players.
Yeah, exactly. You see a different Bruno and a different Pogba when they're both playing together, especially when Paul's playing out on the wing as well. It's a hard one with Paul because you want him to play in the midfield to control it. Because I feel like we've said before. When you've got McFred playing that midfield, you don't have control over it, which is an extreme weakness, especially when you're in a big game. You want to be controlling the midfield. But at the same time, you're in a conflict because he plays so well on the left. He's been playing so well on the left at creating chances. The way he can cut in, skip past players, use his body strength and pick out the likes of Bruno. And when them two are playing that tiki-taka football and just finding each other, Luke Shaw gets involved with it as well. It's really, really good to watch. And them two playing together is better than just one or the other. They've got to be playing on the pitch because big players, big game players bring out the best in each other. You're always going to be better when you're playing with better players around you. And that is probably why we're starting to see the best of Pogba, because he's starting to get the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Edison Cavani, even Mason Greenwood's coming into that bracket, Luke Shaw, them type of players that are at the elite level playing around you is only going to make you better because you're on the same wavelength. You know where their run's going to be. And I do think Bruno and Pogba have really built a relationship this season on the way they play. Each game they play together, you just see them, their link-up play getting better and better. They know where each other are. They know what decisions they're going to make. And
that relationship's there, isn't it?
Yeah, the chemistry's getting better and better. And if you just bring a world-class CDM into that midfield, you've got a serious midfield on your hands there because you need someone that's going to be able to pick them out from the midfield. Because sometimes when Fred and McTominay are on the edge of the box, they struggle to get that ball through. And especially when they're in the midfield, they struggle to get the balls out to their feet, which is what you really need your CDM to be doing. You need them to progress the ball and try and get it to Bruno and Pogba. Sometimes we have to do it the long way because it's very side-to-side build up because they've just not got the quality in the final pass to do that. But if you put like a Declan Rice into that midfield, you really, really are pushing the team forward leaps and bounds, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this would have done wonders for the mentality and the confidence of the boys, because, like you said, I know the second leg hasn't happened yet, but we've got a 4-goal cushion. We should be going into that final. Be able to go that way. Well, surely you got to give Donny a start in the second leg now. I mean, Liverpool on Sunday. I would like to see us go strong against Liverpool and make changes for the second leg of this.
Yeah, I agree, because you've got to keep that winning mentality going. When he got to the 88th minute and I saw Bruno was coming off, I thought, surely not. Surely it's not going to be Donny again on the 18th minute. I was glad it was Matt, to be fair, because I just think that would have been unfair on him. But exactly, you've got that cushion now. Surely you can trust the likes of Van der Beek to start in that game and go full throttle against this Liverpool side, because it is a derby. You don't want to lose against Liverpool. We still want to get second place. We want to secure it. We want to make sure Liverpool definitely don't have a shout at top 4. So you want to go there and beat them, get that winning mentality behind the whole team, and go to Roma and just game manage it. Play a good game, but also you don't have to be going full throttle because you know you've got that cushion. You've just got to manage the game out and make sure that they don't score any goals, to be fair. But yeah, surely the likes of Donny, even Tellez, can get a start in this game, because it'd be nice for everyone to feel like they've been part of the win if we do go on to the final and possibly even win it, because I don't know about you, but I'm so happy that Arsenal are behind in the way they are, because I would so much rather face Villarreal in that final.
But even that they got an away goal. I don't know. I fancy Arsenal at the Emirates.
What was the score in the end, actually?
2-1.
So Arsenal.
Yeah, so they got one back.
That they scored a goal. Oh, I didn't even see that.
They got one back.
Maybe we'll go through them, but
yeah,
we could beat them. So
exactly.
Like we've seen, I think, not getting far ahead of ourselves, but we are the favourites in the Europa League. We should be winning it. We are a little bit too good, I'd probably say, for the Europa League. Hopefully we win it now, I've said that. But then you see the likes of PSG and City playing yesterday in the Champions League, and that levels. We're still far off.
We're nowhere near
that. So you're kind of somewhere in the middle.
Not in midfield anyway.
Oh my God. This is what I was saying today. I don't want to be negative, but if you look at McTominay and Fred, they're not the top 6 have a better midfield than that coming out. Even Ndombele is better than them players. It's just, I think that really does need work, because they both do the same kind of job, and I just think you are missing that someone who can take control of the midfield in there. If Pogba's in that role, he can take control of the midfield. I don't see McTominay and Fred taking hold of the midfield the way that I'd like them to, and that is an area that we really do need to improve on. I do think as well, I think like you said, to rest players against Roma. I think Rashford needs to be rested. He just still looks, we say it every week, he's getting brought off at the 70th minute most games now. He looks like he's playing through injury. And he had a few good spells today, which was nice, taking people on and getting past them. But he still just doesn't look like the Marcus Rashford.
He's not comfortable on the right-hand side as well. Never normally does.
He doesn't. And I do think the way Mason Greenwood's been playing it as of late, his form, and the fact Rashford's clearly injured, I don't think it would have made much of a difference to just start Greenwood and give Rashford this rest to kind of recover his injury a bit more. And you know what? When Greenwood came on as well, getting that goal, it was quite a lucky one to get. That keeper was awful. Smalley and the keeper helped us out quite a bit.
Well, they did have to make a lot of changes, to be fair.
Yeah, they did. And that's why I'm so glad we ended up winning the game the way we did, because you've got to take advantage of teams when they're at that weakness, because they're not going to be like that next game when we play them. They're going to be full strength again. So you've got to take advantage and pick out teams' weaknesses. And I felt like it was a really professional performance in the second half. We didn't leave anything out there. You got the job done, and you took advantage of Roma when they weren't playing at their best. I can't believe they played so open when they had that lead, to be fair.
Unbelievable. Yeah, no game management there. Luckily for us, we exploited it. Who was your man of the match to finish off?
I give it a joint 3. I can't pick Pogba, Cavani, and Bruno. Right, I'll go with Cavani then, because I think he had the most goal involvements, and I've just never seen a centre forward play like that for us since, I don't know, the likes of Van Persie. To be fair, I thought he played so well today, and probably the best performance I've seen him in. And he's got a habit of really getting us through the tough games, because let's be honest, when it was 1-1, we were all worried. Was it 2-1? 2-1.
2-1 at half-time.
Yeah, 2-1 at half-time. We were all worried. And his goal, fair enough, Bruno and Pogba helped massively in the lead-up, but his play really helped us get back into it. And he's done it time and time again when we've been behind. So I'm going to give it to Cavani, but Pogba and Bruno, top level as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, we go again Sunday, and hopefully we get the win against Liverpool too.
Yeah, it just finished the week off nicely, and you head into that Europa League semi-final, the second leg, with a good mentality, and hopefully we can get to the final and actually get some silverware under Ollie. That would be nice. There's still things that I disagree with, and things could have gone a different way tonight. And sometimes you see things and you're like, how have you managed to do that when we were playing like that? But because we won the way that we did, you can't really pick any negatives out. I'm just happy to get through, and it was a great game to watch. Just wish the fans could have been in there, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, see you Sunday. Peace.
See you Sunday.